And tonight on Connecticut's news station, a violent holiday weekend in the capital city. We're breaking it all down and hearing reaction from neighbors.
The first baby born is part of Connecticut's Baby Bond program, how the initiative looks to fight poverty.
Plus, Operation Dry Water. State police are keeping boaters safe, working overdrive to keep everyone safe on the water. We'll tell you what they're looking out for.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Hartman.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. It's been a busy weekend for Hartford police from Saturday to this morning. Detectives have had to investigate 3 separate shootings. 1 person is dead and 4 people are wounded.
Fox 61's Samaya Hernandez has been speaking with witnesses and police and community leaders, and she joins us now live at police headquarters with the latest on this. Samaya?
Brent and Sarah, that shooting this morning was the 3rd shooting incident that Hartford police responded to over this weekend, and it was deadly. They say someone was followed into a parking lot and gunned down. On a weekend filled with fireworks shows, Capital City officers working overtime after gunfire.
My first thought was like how unfortunate for anyone that is involved, I mean, it's a horrible thing to have happen to anybody.
Kat Smith moved into an apartment on Prospect Avenue's border with West Hartford on Saturday. Monday morning, she woke up to crime scene tape behind this 6-unit building, where police say a local man in his 40s was shot multiple times and killed before 5:30 by someone who followed him here.
I saw the police line, so yeah, I figured something had gone down.
We're able to view video that showed pretty clearly what happened.
Detectives combing surveillance video to quickly identify a suspect.
Everything that we have at this point appears to be a target attack.
47 hours earlier, officers were called to Homestead Avenue after reports of gunfire. At the same time, 2 men in their 30s checked into St. Francis Hospital with survivable wounds. And earlier Monday morning, officers were on Weathersfield Avenue when they were flagged down by a shooting victim. Another man in his 40s had just been shot around 4:30, 3 blocks from Buckley High School.
We see interpersonal types of activities, domestic issues. We see young people who unfortunately are exposed to a lot of negativity, and then that spills out into the neighborhood.
As the nation celebrates its independence with a long weekend, violence intervention specialists like Kelvin Lovejoy working overtime with the Brother Carl Hardrick Institute to help employ hundreds of students and provide services for a community impacted by violence.
The violence in our community, though, no matter whether it's January through December, still stems from the same root, and that is the high poverty rate in the city of Hartford.
Police tell us that they have video of that incident and they are speaking with witnesses. They do expect to have an update on that fatal shooting incident from this morning, and when we have that in our newsroom, we will bring that to you on air and at fox61.com. Live in Hartford, I'm Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, thank you, Samaya. A barber shop in the capital city is picking up the pieces after a fire. Fire officials say a fire broke out on the 1st floor of an apartment building on New Park Avenue. Crews say they knocked down that fire pretty quickly before it reached the apartments above. No injuries have been reported and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. And an update tonight, we now know the name of the victim shot and killed in Waterbury last week. Police say 35-year-old Elliot Canales was shot on North Main Street. It happened Friday. Canales then crashed his car into a building. He was pronounced dead on scene. No word on any suspects.
Well, just 3 months after announcing his re-election campaign, East Hartford's Mayor Mike Walsh says he no longer will be on the ballot in November. Walsh says he could not be mayor while also focus on the development of the Port East Side project at Founders Plaza, so he had to choose one. In a statement, he says, "It has been my honor and privilege to serve the community I love." Prior to being East Hartford's mayor, Walsh served as the town's finance director from 1998 to 2019.
The stormy weather put a stop to several 4th of July celebrations over the weekend. The Hartford Bonanza is among many events postponed. Crews were busy putting the final touches on the stage at Bushnell Park yesterday, but Mother Nature had other plans. The Bonanza has been rescheduled for Saturday, July 8th. Celebrations in New Haven, West Haven, Madison, Norwich, Ridgefield, and Waterbury are also postponed. For details on these makeup dates, head on over to our website, fox61.com, or check out the free Fox 61 News app.
And let's take a look at our weather right now as we take a live look at Hartford. Another glooming day that could end with some more rain.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with what to expect tonight. It is so humid out there,
Yes,
Rachel.
and
we've got to have a couple storms.
Yes, absolutely. You can just feel it. You get that tropical humidity. You get tropical downpours and thunderstorms. That will continue tonight and also during the day tomorrow as well. And I don't think tomorrow we get as lucky. I think it'll be a wetter day overall. Taking a look, a severe thunderstorm warning continues in Fairfield County. This storm producing not only some strong gusty winds, but heavy rain, prolific lightning. It is just crawling to the east and southeast at about 25 miles per hour. So there is also an aerial flood advisory in effect for the areas that are underneath this storm because it's dropping quite a bit of rain over a relatively short period of time. That would kind of time it out towards Easton at about 6:15, Fairfield at about 6:22, and if it makes it to Bridgeport, that'll be around 6:30 tonight. So we're watching that storm, and it could be producing some hail as well. We're also seeing some heavier downpours around Berlin, Cromwell, New Britain, and also some heavy rain that's been ongoing here in northern New London County and southern parts of Windham County, Griswold, Lisbon, Plainfield. Some towns could pick up 1, 2, 3 inches of rain over the course of the next couple of days, and others may get less than a half an inch. That's just kind of how it goes when you're dealing with scattered showers and storms. We'll talk about what that means for July 4th. It's not an all-day washout. We'll explain coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. State police are stepping up patrols this holiday weekend. They do this every year. Between Thursday night and this morning, state police have responded to more than 4,600 calls. There were 320 crashes. One was fatal. They also made 28 DUI arrests. For the entire 4th of July period last year, state police responded to more than 6,000 calls with 2 deaths.
In an effort to enforce safety on the water this 4th of July weekend, Connecticut State Police is teaming up with the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection to launch a national campaign called Operation Dry Water. Fox 61's Carmen Chow joins us live at the Windsor River Trail with a message from state officials. Carmen.
Brennan, Sarah, Operation Dry Water started over the weekend and runs through today. It's an annual initiative meant to prevent boat fatalities, either from people being drunk or under the influence of drugs. Since Saturday, Connecticut State Police have been riding the waves on the Connecticut River, stopping every boat they see.
How you guys doing, State Police?
Once stopped, they pay attention to a list of things, the behavior and mannerisms of people on the boat and their speed on the water.
This is the Connecticut State Police dive team. We're going to do a safety check on that boat.
Everyone should be wearing their life jackets. Kids also have to be wearing their life jackets. There has to be enough life jackets on board for every person.
Too many times, they say, boat deaths are caused by a drunk boat operator or their usage of drugs, which can affect judgment and reaction time on the water.
Making sure everyone has their life jackets, making sure everyone's operating their boats safely, they're not under the influence of any alcohol or drugs.
You got your vests on and everything good?
Any boater who violates the state laws can be issued a misdemeanor summons or be arrested. Avid boaters like Walter Ramirez is one of the many who was seen loading his boat and jet ski into the river.
We make sure that before we get into the river, we make sure we have life jackets for everybody. Yeah, just double check the boats that they are good enough so we can be able to go there.
Ramirez setting an example for his family visiting from North Carolina what it is like to live the New England summer life in a safe manner.
We're trying to make them enjoy Connecticut.
Connecticut has a long list of boating regulations. If you violate any of the state laws, you could be fined anywhere from $75 to more than $200. I'm live in Windsor. Carmen Chow, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Carmen, thank you. In Watertown, 2 residents were robbed at gunpoint in their own backyard over the weekend. Police say 2 suspects entered a yard in the area of Dalton and Camp Street on Saturday night around 9:30. The 2 pointed a gun at the residents and demanded money. After getting money, police say those suspects ran toward Dalton Street. No one was injured, and police are asking residents in the area to check surveillance video for any information.
An update tonight on the Bobcat attack we told you about last week. We now know that Bobcat has tested positive for rabies. The animal attacked a camp counselor on Selden Neck Island early Friday morning. Deep says the man was sleeping in a hammock. The man and 2 other camp counselors killed the bobcat. They were taken to a hospital and are expected to be okay. No children were hurt or came in contact with the animal. And we're learning new information about a dog that jumped out of a car on Route 8 in Naugatuck yesterday. We now know that dog had to be euthanized. The incident happened near exit 26 on the northbound side, causing 2 cars to crash. Police say the car the dog was in did not stop. If you know anything about who might own the dog, please contact police.
A man is recovering tonight after he and his dog were attacked by a bear over the weekend. This happened in Litchfield on Saturday. The man's wife tells Fox 61 she saw the whole thing happen, and their dog, Cooper, was the one who actually started it.
Cooper went after the bear and attacked the bear. It wasn't the bear attacking Cooper. It was Cooper attacking the bear. And so Dave went flying around the house to save the dog because the bear started attacking the dog once he attacked her. And somehow he got the bear off Cooper, and he was like kind of behind a tree trying to protect himself because she was trying to protect herself and, you know, scratch Dave up. She didn't bite Dave at all.
And in fact, both Dave and Cooper are expected to make a full recovery. Deep says the bear had investigated a bird feeder on the property before that attack.
Ooh, yikes, really scary stuff.